Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Backpack Trader Training Room for Thursday, June the 20th, 2024. Welcome to summer. Please note the required risk disclosure. This room is for educational and information purposes only, not to be considered individual financial advice. Trading of this type carries substantial risks and should only be attempted with funds you can afford to do without. All right, and set that aside. We do have a crude oil inventory report coming out at 11 o'clock today. So let's see where we go with the morning session and then come back for the inventory session. Unleaded having a tough morning. Just unleaded stopping and reversing the, well, no, actually it hasn't stopped and reversed. That's going to be at 50, 56. Yeah, 52. Yeah, 56. But that hasn't triggered in yet. That spike is to 60. That's a little bit far to adjust. I've already got a 4-tick stop and reverse adjustment. I hesitate to add another 5 ticks to it. So far, we're still in the short. Taking a full loss on the short at roughly 905. And in the short from about 912. Active, that's market open. So this is a short trade. And that's too fast to catch. That is a stop out. So we hit the entry and went to the stop. So that is a no trade. The initial hit was a bit too fast to catch. Now, the YM, that is a get in sync. We should be in sync with that short trade. There's money management and target 1. And Micro Russell for its short trade. And down a tick. 39.5 for money management. And it just hit it. But that's right. We're not in that trade. So unfortunately, that has nothing to do with us. Crude oil, we have still have a potential long trade, although, yeah, I believe that's gonna cancel. Been down to 16, yeah. So bar would be at high of 24, so it definitely is gonna cancel. That'll be the second close below the balance line. Unleaded, heading downward, triggered the stop and reverse trade unadjusted, but not with the adjusted. So we're still in our short, even though the calculator is now flat after stopping out. YM did stop out for a few ticks on the trailer. That is a one and done session. Soybeans had a get in sync short and ended up with a stop and reverse at 1171 flat. So we did stop and reverse. We should be long right there. Potential stop and reverse to short. Russell with a long trade. Micro, of course. Approaching money management. And that there is money management. That was up, needs to go up a tick. So we go to 43.2, but we did hit money management. Short trade on crude. Crude did trigger short. I would push the stop up to 37 or maybe 30, probably 38, because it is right at the session high. Push it up a couple of ticks, make it push through the high to stop us out. Still short on unleaded. Pound Aussie picking up target two positions coming off there. And trailing at 024. So our next target goal is target 3. But that will be a one and done session. That was a get in sync trade. And winner on the long trade on the Micro Russell, trailing now. Picked up targets 3 and 4. Our first trade of the day. Trailer at 42.9, it looks like. And still pushing up. 43.4. 44.1. No, 43.9, excuse me. And we did stop and reverse back to short on soybeans. 68 1/4. That's we came back. That's going to be our stop. There is money management, looks like. Yeah, that's a 7-tick target 1. Actually, no, that's a 5-tick target 1. So we go to, and we just hit money management adjusted. And there is target 2. So 2 positions coming off there for 9 ticks apiece. Our stop comes to 68 flat. All right, we got a okay. That was an avoidable trade. The short was avoidable, so we take the long on YM at looks like 56. Yeah, 56. That looks like it has gone. It went for target one. Oh wait a minute, we were already done there. We hit. Yeah, we got in sync with the short and hit target one, so we were done already on YM. Too many charts going on here. Money management and a break-even stop out on crude. Look for the next trade. Micro Russell trailing at 45.3 now. Back to our original short. And Pound Aussie stops out. That's a one and done session. So the remaining four positions stop out. Micro Russell pushing higher. All right, Pound Aussie is done, so I'm going to move the unleaded over here. And long trade is valid. Micro NQ. Bouncing off the session low. Trying to come back through the session open. Micro Russell pushing well back up above the session open. It too bounced off a session low right at the market open. YM in positive territory. Tested the session open around the market open this morning. Session open was from 5 o'clock yesterday evening. All right, target 2 and a break-even trailer. So the 2 positions come off at target 2, 2 positions on the trailer, and there is a long trade on soybeans. It was time to set that up. So soybeans is long. money management on the micro NQ. One moment, I will be right back. Sorry about that, folks. In the process of buying a new vehicle and it on its way from the dealership they were trading for it, and got tapped. Just scratches on the rear bumper, but always something. Okay, Michael Russell, big trailer here, 53.3. YM is done. Crude is in a long trade. This is just trade number 2 on the morning for crude. All right. So we're long on crude. Still long on micro Russell and the micro NQ. Micro NQ with a win. That's still at the break-even stop, 230 flat. Micro NQ back up over 20,000 again. And the micro Russell setting a new session high, 55.4 for the trailer. Good morning, Bill. Sorry I missed your comment earlier. I've been a little busy with the morning and been kind of active. Crude was slow this morning. Didn't even get into that first trade until right about market open. And unleaded, unfortunately, taking a full stop out on the short. Yeah, really. It's been a little slow the last few days. And micro NQ with a stop and reverse in positive territory. So I would be taking that without adjustment. I believe it missed by a tick. $32 3/4. So again, get down to 33 flat. But it's a winning trade. And there is the stop out. Hit the stop on the nose. YM and micro Russell both at session highs. So we're long on soybeans, long on crude. Short on the micro NQ and long on the micro Russell. Micro Russell's 56.4. 57.3. Soybeans not going very far. It's kind of stuck there. YM showing a pullback. Micro Russell pulling back into the count lines and into the trailing EMA. Its trailer stops out at 57.4, was it? I believe 57.3. So the Micro Russell is flat. Short trade setup on unleaded. So Micro Russell is flat. Micro NQ is short. Unleaded is short. YM is done. Soybeans is back to its entry on the long side. So soybeans is long. Five active charts. 4 in trades at the moment. Through the stop and reverse potential. That would be the third trade. That's going to be at 17. So at the moment we are still in the long trade. Oops. I'll move money management on the long trade up where it belongs, right there. YM with a successful short after its solid move up, coming back to test the 50 EMA. We are done on the YM. And the YM bouncing off the 50 EMA and showing a similar, seems to be showing a similar move on the micro Russell. Micro NQ approaching target 1, which is money management. So we may have gotten there. 216.25. No, we missed it by a tick. Still full risk on. Unleaded back up at the entry. 50 EMA held there on unleaded. It's not good for our trade. And a stop and reverse potential on soybeans. We are long currently. Stop and reverse at 68.5. So that has not triggered in yet. It's going to be right there. So we're still long at the moment with a potential stop and reverse to short. Crude still in the long trade, even though the calculator's showing short. Spotlight colors are showing you the trade in a red trade, which is a short. But stop and reverse adjustment kept us in the long trade. Slow movement. One tick away from Entering, stopping, reversing to short on soybeans. 68 3/4. Entry, short entry, 68 1/2. There it is. So we go short on soybeans. Six-tick minimum target for target 1 at 67 flat. Stop at 72 1/2. That's 1 tick below the session open. I would move that up to 73 flat. Right there. And money management. We ultimately did get it on micro Russell, or I'm sorry, micro NQ. Trade number 2 will be at least break even. But that kind of runner on first trade on the micro Russell, it's not in the trade plan, but I would have to seriously consider stepping aside on that kind of strong trade. I don't want to take a chance of giving it back to the market. Micro NQ is still trying to push down the target. Soybeans touched the stop and reverse entry, so we should be short now. And it's definitely not going very far one way or the other. If you're still trading the micro Russell, there is a long trade. Needs to be 2 ticks. Yep, goes to 60.2. And we have not triggered in yet. Oh no, I say that. It did spike up through and then went back to. And let's take a look at that one. All right, there was. Actually, doesn't look like we did hit the entry. Let's go back and look at it. Nope, we didn't hit the entry. So the trade is still valid. And now it cancels because we have a short trade. It did trigger in. Yeah. 18 seconds. Definitely in the short. 53.5 for money management. looking for target 3. All right, we have a new long trade on crude, which cancels the stop and reverse short. So we are still in our original long trade from back over here. I don't know. I want to keep my stop on the other side, the low side of the 50. Seems to be providing a fair amount of support, so I'll leave us at the original stop again. And micro NQ picking up target 2 and 3. Our next goal is target 4, trailing now at 208 3/4. Oh, and another stop and reverse. This time potentially to long at 71.5. Crude still in its original long trade. Micro Russell coming close to a second win. Micro NQ in a second winning trade. There's win number 2 on the Micro Russell. And the third actionable targets 2, 3, and 4 on the Micro NQ, trailing at 188 3/4. Micro Russell trailing at 54.2. Still short on soybeans. 185 3/4 for the Micro NQ. 53.8. Excuse me. 53.8 for the Micro Russell. 182 3/4. The Micro NQ. Trailer approaching target 4. Solid winning trade on the second trade. All the way down to 180 flat. $77 flat. Fishing down below target 4. There is target 4 on the Micro Russell. Stop comes down to 53.3. $174 flat on Micro NQ. All right, we've gotten target 1 on our unleaded short. Stop is at 0.46. Okay, Micro Russell stops out 53.3. 2 wins in the books on 2 trades. Micro NQ and its second winning trade. $0.041 for the unleaded stop now. Trying to push down for target 2. And a long trade. That would be a no trade, I expect. Spiked through and then came back down. Spiked through the entry and then came back down to the stop. So that would take the trade off the table, assuming you didn't have time to execute that. If you did, it's a full stop out. Unleaded to 0.36. And did we stop out? We came down to 165 flat. And we got as low as, wait a minute. Nice. We got to 65.25, so we did stop out on the micro NQ. 2 trades in the books, both winners. Short on unleaded, long on crude. That is both a 10 a.m. and a 9 a.m. trade. Actually, no, it's not. Well, no, we're still back in this long trade. So we are still in the 9 a.m. session. Although that is a get-in. Well, no, that's not a get-in sync. The 10 a.m. session. If we weren't already in a trade, the 81.32 would have been the long trade for the 10 a.m. session. Not taking that long. It's gone entry to stop to entry on the micro Russell. Target 2 on unleaded. .58 tick target. Taking 2 full stops this morning, so that's going to have to do some work to get positive again. Stop now. Excuse me. Stop down to 0.27 on unleaded. Micro Russell, micro NQ are flat. Unleaded is short. Soybeans is short. With the potential long trade. Crude is long, either in the still in 9 a.m. or in the 10 a.m. session, depending on what you're trading. If you're trading the 9 a.m. session, we're still in A 9 a.m. trade. Still in trade number 2 from the 9 a.m. session. $0.26 for unleaded, the unleaded stop. Markets slowed down again this morning. All right, soybeans. Unleaded to 0.22 for the stop. Continuing to push down, pushing through the 200 EMA. I wouldn't expect this to continue far unless the crude breaks down as well. Crude looking like it might break down. It's going to have to go through the 50 EMA to do so. Micro NQ with a long trade. I'm just watching the set up and triggered in. and unleaded stopping out on its trailer at 001. We're waiting for our next trade on unleaded, but given the time, I'm probably not going to follow another one. Micro Russell is flat, micro NQ is long. Soybeans is, oh my, soybeans stopped and reversed to the long. Just touched the entry again. This is getting to be a pattern. Touch a stop and reverse entry. Again, a minimum target, 6 ticks. 73 flat. Like crude bouncing back up toward the entry on our original long trade. Crude very muted this morning, other than a strong up move between about 8 and 9:30 this morning. $9.15 or so. Money management on the micro Russell. Trade number 3 will be at least a break even. Long trade. This is a long trade that is valid on the micro Russell. Up 1 to 57.7. Trade number 3 on the micro Russell. Trade number 3 on micro NQ. YM is done. Soybeans starting to maybe break out a little bit, pushing up off of the moving averages. 1 tick away from target and money management. There it is. 6 tick target and money management. So that will bring our stop to 71 3/4. And our next objective is target 2. Right there. Money management on the micro Russell. Stop will come to 56.4. Micro NQ is going to have to work up through the 50 EMA. All right, Micro Russell's. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like Micro Russell stopped out. Hit money management and came back to the stop. So that will be a break even. 2 wins and a break even. Micro NQ missing target 2 by just a couple of ticks, it looks like. Target 2 was 77.25. And we just came through target 2, so that's a moot point. So our next goal is target 3. Win number 3 on Micro NQ. 3 trades, 3 wins this morning. Not fast, but it's being effective. Soybeans comes back and stops out on our adjusted break-even stop. So soybeans is flat, unleaded is flat. Long and starting to trail on the Micro NQ. 167.25. Still 56.4 on the Micro Russell. And on crude, setting a new session high by a tick. Got up to 81.39, it looks like. And I think we got target 3 on. Yep, hit it on the nose. 189 and a quarter. Target 3. So now we look for target 4. All right. Crude and Micro NQ and soybeans are our active trades. All right. We have been in here for just over an hour. I have a couple of extra things to do this morning because I'm going to have to hightail it out of here after the crude oil inventory session. I have a noon appointment, so I can go till about 11:30 with the inventory report. And it looks like we got a short on the micro Russell. Micro NQ approaching trailing stop, 167.25. Yep, then we stopped out there. So short on the micro Russell, flat on the micro NQ. Good check where I need to. Yep, we need to move the micro Russell down 153.5. And testing the 50 EMA again on crude. All right, folks, I got a few extra steps this morning in getting ready for the crude inventory report. So I'm going to call it a morning on this one. And we will see you back in about 20 minutes. So everyone have a good one. We'll see you back in about 20 minutes.